Hey guys, Anna here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we're in the world of Nordhaven, which is the world that has come with the brand new expansion pack, Sims 4 Business and Hobbies. And today we are building it's kind of like a hybrid, like a candy store mixed with a coffee shop, and then obviously a residential kind of, I would say it's like an apartment above the business. So today's video is definitely some bonus content for this week. We've already had some base game builds this week, which came out on Tuesday and Thursday with my normal upload structure, but I really wanted to build something, and I just got the pack, and I am so impressed with the builder buy that I just immediately wanted to start building. And the inspiration for today's build is, and you'll see it shortly, it's the combination of the forest green type shade mixed with that pastel pink. I loved the combination, and I knew I wanted to build in this part of the world. This is in the Gamavik part of the world. It's in the Comfortably Canal side lot, which is a 20 by 20 lot located in the canal, next to the canal. And this is the green and the pink that I'm referring to here. As you can see how we've just done the roof there. I am obsessed. Those palisades mixed with the with that kind of metalled roof. It looks so beautiful. And the editing of this video took me forever because I was just spending so much time looking at all the objects and all the swatches, and I'm so excited. I definitely will be building, I want to do a pottery build, a tattoo shop. I'm even considering doing a laundry mat, even a wellness center. I want to do, I think this Scandinavian design would look really pretty for a yoga studio or something like that. So I've got so many ideas with this pack, and I'm so excited to play. This particular build is available on my gallery. It's Antoinette44. It's in the description below if you'd like. So if you are excited for that, along with all the other content that we've been building recently, we've got a base game build series going on at the moment. This particular build is obviously Business and Hobbies, excuse me, and base game only. So if that sounds exciting to you, if that sounds like something that is right up your alley, please consider subscribing. It does help me out. And speaking about Allie, so I decided to create a sim for this particular build because this is what I'm going to play in. So this particular build here is what I'm going to use for my personal play, and I made a sim by the name of Allie Stevenson. She is also on the gallery too, if you would like to have a look at that as well. And this is her I guess sweets, and I think I call it Allie Sweets. That's the name of the build. So yeah, I think it's really sweet. The creator sim is so good also. I just feel like this is slowly becoming one of my favorite packs they've ever made for the Sims 4. Let's just talk about some standout items as we do the floor plan of kind of the apartment section of the build. I am obsessed with that hardwood flooring. It is gorgeous. It's probably the only flooring I'm ever going to use now. It's just so nice. The texture of it, the size of the planks, the color, the swatches. I will say that some of the items, that kind of middle orange kind of tone, which is the tone here you can see on this table, I really found this difficult to pair with a lot of the base game items because base game just doesn't really have this particular kind of swatch. I really liked these chairs that had that kind of floral pattern, pastel pattern, but I found it really difficult to pair with a lot of the other items because I wanted to use more of a lighter wood tone. And so swatches I did struggle a little bit with pairing it with base game. But I really liked this buffet table, which is from base game, but it came from a CC creator. in an update. It had this beautiful green color. We don't keep this green color. We do change it to more of a beige, but this was a really good item because it kind of led a little bit more modern, and it had a similar wood tone to the other items that I was referring to. So anyway, back to items that I absolutely love. I love this rug, especially in this kind of sage green swatch that I use. I use that particular rug in that swatch, I believe, is it twice or three times in this particular build. Curtains are amazing. The plants are amazing. The bed is so beautiful. There's also that light that you see there on the desk. I love that. That is such a nice little light. Kitchen is all base game. These are from the base game update that we had from the 25th anniversary. I really liked that green. It paired perfectly with the green in the windows. And yeah, just solid, absolutely solid pack. I do end up using the recipe book. I think it's called Granny's Recipe Book or something like that. And the reason I use that is I like the little bit of gameplay where you can press on it and you can cook from there. Okay, other standout item. These wood panel wallpaper, beautiful. I have used it throughout the build. So in the residential part of this build, I've used that color scheme, and I've used the identical color scheme downstairs. I think it just makes sense. It looks really cohesive. I use the brand new tiling in the bathroom in kind of like a yellowy color. I really like that color. I would actually say the bedroom in this build is my favorite part of the entire build. Even down in the shop, I would say that this is my favorite part of the build. It is such a beautiful bedroom, and it just feels really calm in here. It's got those pops of greens and browns, but it does have more of an overarching neutral color scheme, which I really liked. And of course, I've got the candy making machine because Allie will be making all of her sweets to sell. And I'm just adding in the cookbook here, just doing some alt placing. We did get some clutter with the pack. With the stack of dishes, I think that's genius. We'll be using that quite a bit. I decided to put a hanging wardrobe piece as opposed to like a solid wardrobe. I just thought that it just fit like that kind of airy feel that this particular room has. There you go. I use that rug again. Do I change it? I'm not sure if I use the brown swatch or the green swatch. I love it so much. It's very similar to the rug that we got in the refined living room kit that I've been using a lot. It's got that kind of texture. I really like it. The mirror is, again, standout item. Everything's a standout item. The only item I don't like is there's a chair. It's kind of, I guess it's like it's not like, I'd say it's an armchair. And again, I like the patterns, but the patterns with the wood tones that they've used, the combinations, it just makes it really very selective use for me. All right, so we are moving in to the bathroom, and we have that beautiful tub. Again, I'm going ahead with that kind of sage green and gold, which is pretty much the colors I've used throughout the build. I love this sink as well. I think it's gorgeous. I do use this sink downstairs in the shop bathroom, I guess the public bathroom. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Have you purchased this pack? What have you built with this pack? What are you excited to play in? What are you excited to test? Are you excited to clean up the canals and do all the collectibles? Are you excited to get a tattoo, run a tattoo parlor? Like, what are you most looking forward to about this pack? And I'll be honest, like, I'm not a huge community lot builder, but this pack makes me want to build a lot of community lots. I just absolutely love the idea of that. And then also I want to get a little bit better with my apartment decorating and building. And I think something like this really, it kind of encourages that, because, you know, unless you're going to have a massive, massive shop downstairs, you're probably going to have a smallish home above it or next to it. It depends on how you do the floor plan and how you do the structure. A lot of the builds I've seen in this particular world, they're very square And if they're not square, they're more horizontal, which does lean more towards this kind of townhouse vibe, which I really love. And that might be, present in Sweden. I think this is the Swedish world that it's based off of, not sure. All right, so this particular door here is more of the industrial type of door, but I really liked it. And I thought it was quite nice for a side door, which is what this is. So my idea for the actual shop was you walk in and you have the coffee kind of kiosk right there. And then you have that side door so you can grab a coffee, you can sit outside and drink your coffee, or you can purchase some sweets, which is if you walk around the main part of the shop, you've got all of these display cabinets and shelving, which you can sell items on. And then as that bump out to the side there, we'll have like a staff room kind of thing. It's just like an employees only room, and a very small bathroom, which just has like one toilet. And I didn't use the cubicle that came with the pack because it's very bulky. And I only had a small amount of space. So I kind of built my own kind of like custom cubicle thing. I like it. I think it's really nice. And that's basically all that it is. It's very, it's small. I am concerned that it's a little too small. I have seen in some of the Let's Plays that a lot of the early access content creators has put out that if you do have a small lot and a small business, it can get a bit chaotic and a bit, you lose space. You don't have enough space, sorry. But we'll see. And you can always configure with the requirements to who comes to the business. Like if you reduce the amount of Sims, if you're strict on the requirements, you will get less people. So that might be a way to do that as well. Oh, that was a mouthful. Okay, so this is that kind of custom bathroom that I kind of made. It's okay. I think it's all right. So you've just got a toilet. I put in a bin and a plant. Just because, to me, when I think of public restroom, that's what I think of. And then there's a sink as you walk in, which is kind of a bit gross because you go to the bathroom and then open a door. I don't know. Anyway, if I was to use all of the packs, I would definitely use some of the get to work stuff as well. I really want to test how that particular pack, goes with this particular pack. But just looking at all of the settings when I set up the business, there was so much cross-pack compatibility from what it seems like. So I'm really excited to actually get into the game and play, which is exactly what I'm going to do when I finish recording this voiceover. I will be going and playing because I am so excited. All right, so this is kind of the final, I guess, room or area for this particular build. And it is like the staff room. It's just like in a little employee's room. I wanted to use that counter, but the candy machine needs to go on like a kitchen counter. So I put in just a coffee mug thing because I don't know. I'm really panicking that the coffee stand doesn't have coffee. I don't know why. So I've got that there just in case. So that chair, the armchair that I've used in this staff room is the armchair I was referring to that it wasn't my favorite because of the swatches. All right, I believe I decided to put a more of a solid fence on the upstairs balcony because I didn't want to use the fairy light fence on both the lower floor and the upper floor. I just thought it was a little too many fairy lights. I like fairy lights, but I'm not a huge fan, and there's so many in this pack. I think they'd be really good in like a tattoo parlor, so maybe I'll add them then. But yeah, for this particular build, I wasn't really looking for that. All right, we are doing the landscaping. So I've mapped out the pathing as you've seen, and I've started to put down my dirt to map out where I want my plants. I've gone with these base game trees. I love these trees. I've been using them a lot lately. I definitely could have used things from the debug menu, but I decided not to. I don't know. I just thought that I wanted it very minimal and simple, just putting some shrubs, some daisies, and as I said, those base game flowers. I do end up putting like a yard sales stall type thing at the front of this build, and I also put the new swing set around the side. I actually had quite a lot of room on that right side of the build where those trees are, and I just thought, why not put a place set? I don't particularly know. Like, this is the type of build where it's okay for maybe 1 or 2 Sims, but it's not, it would have to be expanded upon if, you know, Allie wanted to have a family or whatnot. Or we just build a brand new business. Why not? You know, oh, what a shame. All right, so we are just adding in that selling table and we will be going into the tour. I believe, oh no, I do put in a bike. So having a bike in this particular world seems like it's, you know, right on theme. So I thought we'll just add a bike and I'll just add it to the back part. All right, we are live in Gabe and we'll go through the tour. So you've got that beautiful seating area. That's where you would sign in for entry. You enter through the side or the front. You've got that coffee kiosk. You've got all your selling stands and shelves. You've got that employees room, the bathroom, and then you go upstairs to what is considered the main apartment, I guess, up these side stairs. You have that beautiful balcony. I've got some gardening stuff and yeah, a grill. And then you walk in, you've got your living room, you've got a desk, you've got a bookshelf, you've got your burglar alarm, that beautiful kitchen, into the bathroom and the main bedroom, which is my favorite room of the entire build. It's beautiful in there, nice and light and airy and just so nice. And yeah, so that is the build today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are having so much fun with this pack, just as I am. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye for now.